welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers, and it's all up next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approaches, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third and short. Prescott taking off. He'll try to get there. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. Back to throw. There he goes again. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
In trouble, and down he goes. On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. On second down, Young. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. Third down coming up.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Panther first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first down is Young. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. From the gun, it's Young. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Carolina. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball...
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined up for two and gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes it.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The veteran, Jadeveon Clowney, still at it, and he still has it. He gets the sack.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
Blackshear to return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Panthers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They have the touchdown of the opening drive, couldn't tack on the 2-point conversion, however. So 6-0 is our score as they try it again on 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And he will go all the way. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's to Ferguson once again. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he gets this up close to the 40. A'Shawn Robinson there on the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That's fielded at the 7. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Young to throw on 1st down. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Tremble comes in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. What teamwork, the receiver coming back for the completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
To say this group has started strong here in the 1st quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, 14-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Young. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Dave Canales has reached for the red challenge flag, and they'll get a second look.
The previous play is under review.
They're looking both at the feet to see if two were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Throwing on second down, Young. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's into the end zone. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Carolina. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he will have a Cowboys first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2. Back to throw is Prescott. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Cowboys.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Now Dowdle. Not much there. Get this down inside the 40. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion, Lamb. On 2nd down, it's Dak. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And he will get into the end zone. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Young. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. Deron Bland. Good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. He's going to look downfield once again. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. To throw, Young. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone. All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense.
Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and veteran Brandon Cooks getting set for this next possession. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Prescott now. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Prescott. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down, Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th?
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. They only needed one, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Dak. He's going to keep it himself. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. Here's a 2nd and 6. Pistoled out for Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Panthers offense and Xavier Legette headed back onto the field. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 98 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the left side, punt by Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Prescott. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from 47 yards out. And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoyed the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Stage is set for a thrilling second half here in New Orleans. We're back underway at Super Bowl 59. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And they're not going to catch up to him. He brings it all the way back. 96 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum, and boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run with Dowdle. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Go play action. It's Prescott. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. He'll take this down to the 47. Xavier Woods there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. To throw is Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, it is a... to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why. You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man, get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This team's offense ready to get back at it. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back to throw is Prescott. Back to the left side, he's got Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense, and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's got it. First down, a pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Back to the ground after the penalty. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Velus Jones now on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line. First and 10. On play action, Young. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's caught! They bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. That is caught side of the end zone. Jatavion Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And they continue to pour it on into the end zone. Tack on 2 more points. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on first down. There's that man again. Another catch. One quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the fourth from SoFi after this. They face second down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Take it in at the 8. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Second down and 8. On the bootleg, it's Young. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That into the hands of Hubbard. They get 15 on that game. It's a Carolina first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. Room to run past midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 37 yards. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Young. And he's into the end zone yet again. Xavier Legette, touchdown Carolina. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943, and then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now this team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But See if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Second down and 3. Prescott. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Prescott again. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They'll go again with Hubbard. Whoa! Big opening up the middle. And he's going to take this all the way home. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. Now, how about this? It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of one, they get two. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Prescott on first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring him.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Oh, a loose football. But he'll gather it back in.
And, man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
It's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Prescott now. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the